Hello, America. I'm back. No big deal. You know, I'm glad that Congress shot down this bill. I found that I found the same things they found. Far too much protectionism going on for hypocrisy. I've been away because I don't want to be angry. I've been fighting, trying to bring about a continental Congress. I'm not having any luck. The money that I'm managing to scavenge is barely enough to put food on the table, but I've been doing okay, not great, but it's not enough time. One of my last videos, I said we had 4 months. We're down to that 2 month time frame. It's time. America, they plan on stealing your money. They're going to crush the US dollar. They're going to create the North American Union to an outrage. They're going to bring troops back from Iraq to police the streets, and they're going to introduce the Amero, the gold-backed Amero. See, gold-backed dollars isn't good enough for an American citizen. We have to go on fiat currency, which steals money out of your pocket, steals food out of my children's mouths, steals food out of your children's mouths. So what do you do in response? Oh, well, maybe the House of Representatives will fix it. Yeah, that's never going to happen. But hey, good thinking. You know, America, I'm really tired of trying to help because no one wants to hear it. If it requires you to do anything at all, there are a handful of us that are ready. We understand the role of the Minuteman. We understand the role of people here in America and what we are supposed to do. Under redress of grievance, it is our job to find that this government is no longer functioning correctly. We need to remove the Federal Reserve and lock them out of the U.S. government. We need to remove all senators and all congressmen under redress of grievance. We need to take back our country before the winter of discontent sets in. Because come winter, I guarantee you there will be gas hikes. Come winter, I guarantee you there will be gas shortages. And come winter, I can guarantee you there will be food rationing under the new Amero until the Amero takes place. And I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. If the North American Union gets their way, your birthright will be disenfranchised. Do you know what that means? You're not a citizen here until they say that you are a citizen here. You'll have to be a viable part of the community. You'll have to be a viable part of everything. So if you've been living a shadowed or sheltered or subdued or counterproductive life of any kind, you're gone. You will disappear. So in my opinion, any craft that's bringing over military to police our streets, they should be shot down out of the sky. Any military set on our streets should be approached with the Constitution. See, the Constitution, you can swear and affirm and do everything that you want, and I guarantee you that they will not stop. And remember that they took an oath to defend it. They don't care what the law is. They found a bunch of lawless, bastard children to patrol our streets and shoot at their own kinsmen. This will be another civil war. This will be the beginning of the end for Americans. Children will die because they cannot fend for themselves. Adults will die because they're standing up for what they believe in. The same as they did during the Revolutionary War. Terrorists like George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Peaceful men who gave you an inalienable right to protect yourself and your country from any and all enemies, foreign and domestic. And right now, our domestic enemies are all the members of the White House. Our domestic enemies are all the members of the Congress. Our domestic enemies are all the members of the House of Representatives, all state-level representatives, and all members there within that we have voted for. They are members of the Masonic Lodges. They are members of the Bilderbergers. They are members of the Council on Foreign Relations, and they are traitors to our nation. They are trying to steal your sovereignty and steal your rights, and you care little. Barack Obama is a traitor to this country because he does what he is told. In the nation of Georgia, what they don't tell you is the Russians that were fighting the Georgians were backed by U.S. military in CIA fatigues shooting at Russians. That's why they found identification that belonged to Americans. That's why they found Humvees in Georgia. These are traitors, America, and you need to wake up to it. You need to face the fact. SAS officers from the British government were dressed as Muslims going around shooting at Iraqi police officers. Why? So they could perpetuate the combat that's going on in Iraq. We need to say the hard things. And if you're looking for me, you're going to find me under Wicked Thinker. If this gets resolved or redone, you'll always be able to search me under Wicked Thinker right here on YouTube. I've created a new account and I'm not transferring any of it, but I'm just beginning. I've not been in hiding. I've been working, but I've been watching. And my silence is deafening because now I'm going to say something that everyone needs to hear. It is time for all of us to drop our wrenches. It is time for all of us to put down what we're doing. It is time for all of us to assume our role and head for Washington, D.C. Redress of grievance if we fill every street from the center of the ocean all the way to the state of West Virginia and around. Sound like too much work for you? Of course it does, because you're Americans. Let someone else do it. We'll just pay the taxes and shut up. No, America. It is time that we take our country back, that we lock out the Federal Reserve, that we utilize the U.S. Treasury for what it was intended to be, that we reback our dollars with gold, as it should be. America, it's time to save our nation. It's time to bring things back. It's time to do it all over again. We did it once as a nation, and rather than sit and look at disparity and watch them thief from you, it is time that we take all these things back. I have a 7-layered plan. I said it. I still have it. If you want to use it, it's available. I can fix this country. It's very easy. The only thing I can't promise you is it will be easy. We're going to have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands a little dirty. We're going to have to bring back the troops from Iraq. We're going to have to reinitialize our oil reserves in Alaska. No longer will we ship them to Japan. Let Japan send troops to Iraq to secure their own oil. Let Iraq send troops to Iran to keep them from getting their hands on the oil. The whole Georgian conflict is over an oil pipeline that runs through Georgia. And of course now Russia wants a slice of it. It's all true. Ossetia, Georgia, the whole region, it's all inflamed over oil. We need to stop this, and we can do it. First of all, we have to roll up our sleeves and assume our responsibility as Minutemen, as citizens, and as patriots. If you call yourself an American, but you ignore the Constitution, you are no American. If you call yourself an American, and you agree with these traitors, Barack Obama, Biden, Palin, McCain, and on, the last handful of people I'd say are real Americans, Constitutional Party, Ron Paul, Dennis Kucinich, there's a brave guy. It's time America takes our country back, and the time is now, before winter sets in and we're all scrambling for something to feed our children with. So let's take back our country. You give me a day, I'll guarantee you I'll be there. But I want it within the next week. I'll guarantee you I will be there. America, it's time. It's time. So let's take our country back and be done with these idiots. Ask for their resignations. Elections are right around the corner, so polling places are all set to go. And I'll see you in Washington. It's our job. It's our duty. America, we have to. We have to. Redress of grievance. This broken government has failed. It has failed you, it has failed me, and it has failed the country. So it is time that we take back our nation and get back some of this money for the 401ks and defeat these companies. Maybe finally a house could be afforded in this nation. Maybe finally a retirement plan that's solid. Because they planned on stealing it anyway. It's exactly what they intended. So America, all I can tell you is roll up your sleeves, head for Washington, D.C., and let's save this nation before it's too late. And goddamn all those who would oppose the Constitution, including the President, the White House, all of its members, the Vice President, the Congress, and the House of Representatives. We will restructure our new government under the Constitution of, for, and by the people, with your liberty and your freedom in mind. See you guys. You guys have a